So here to kick off the 2018 IDA Master Talk Series is Molly Cox, the President and CEO of SA2020, a nonprofit organization that drives progress towards a shared community vision for a thriving San Antonio. In this role, Molly serves as facilitator, a storyteller, a convener, a fundraiser, a communicator, I'm going to add in a multitasker, and a data analyst, a policy wonk, and a connector. Sounds like a real IDA person. Please help me in welcoming Molly Cox to the stage to discuss urban core experience.
Hi, how are you? They brought me up because I'm the serious person in San Antonio. Rude that you just laughed, and also appropriate. Hi to the reps from 47 different states. I'm happy that you're here. Also, I heard that there's some people from Canada as well, so shout out. It's my Canadian. I realize that you're a room full of city builders, and so we thought we would start off with a very provocative question. It's not that provocative, but it is a good question. How do you change a city? In San Antonio, we think we have the answer. In fact, first, you have to ask the people who live here what matters to them. And then you have to take multiple people's ideas and form one single vision. And then you have to figure out, well, how would we even know if we got to that vision? What would we track? How would we measure it? What are the goals in order to get there? And then you move together. When we work towards common goals, positive community change happens. And we don't just believe that at SA2020, we prove it every day. This shows you a graphic representation of 61 community indicators. It tracks annually showing where San Antonio is on the way towards its community vision in areas like arts and culture, downtown development, education, economic competitiveness. In 2010, so get started, 2010, people from across our city in each area came together around tables and said, how can we preserve our community? And how could we potentially change it for the better? Nearly 6,000 people participated in what is arguably our community's most successful community engagement process. That's me in 2010. I have apologized to Molly of 2010 multiple times. But why did I look like that? But why? Look, this could have been like any other community vision in the other cities that are happening. I think it's important to say that out loud. It could have been beautifully packaged in a report book, and it was. And then it could have gone to our mayor, and he could have put it on a shelf, and we could have said, that was cool, remember that time? It could have ended up in a file box somewhere, in a city staffer's office. But in San Antonio, we did something a little differently, which we are known to do. Ask Coach Pop. Shout out. Shout out for my Canadian friends. We turned our community vision over to a nonprofit organization, SA2020. Thank you. One person. SA2020 is a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose job it is to drive progress towards a shared vision of a thriving San Antonio. And today, that nonprofit leads one of the country's most comprehensive multi-sector collaborations in an effort to actually achieve the vision our community said it wanted. Like, people sat around a table and said, we want this to occur, and now more than 160 nonprofits, governmental agencies, public institutions, corporations, and foundations say out loud every day, what are we doing to impact that community vision? Thank you. At SA 2020, we believe that every single person is capable of affecting change if they have the information they need to make it happen. That is why at SA 2020, we transparently report on our indicators annually. We engage and activate the public as much as possible, and we align always towards our community vision. So when I show you this bar graph, what you may see are bars going up and down, and what we see is a little more nuanced. What we see is, hey, look, we're doing pretty well there. What can we learn from it? Hey, who's been sitting around the table on that topic? Because it looks like it's going well. Maybe we should use that as a best practice for where it's not. Hey, why isn't this one moving? And what do we need to do to make it move? We use this bar graph as a graphic representation merely to say, where do we need to double down? Where can we celebrate? And where can we learn? And what might be moving in the right direction that will ultimately move others in a minute? This annual report that we put out every day is sort of like, or every year is sort of like a report card, right? Where else do you know of an organization that transparently reports objectively on when something's not going well, out loud for everyone to see? We do that here in San Antonio. This is our downtown development, where we said that we wanted our downtown to be the heart of our community, where everyone could live, work, and play. In areas, we are on track. We're moving in the right direction at the rate we need in order to reach our goals. In other areas, we're not. It's what that red triangle looks like. It's a scary sign. And in other areas, we've reached the goals our community set, and we're not done yet, yeah? This happens across 11 different cause areas, friends, like health and fitness, right? We can tell you exactly where we need to double down efforts. We know that when we've improved our access to healthcare, that we are also going to be improving obesity rates and maternal and infant health. We know that diabetes will shift. We know in education that we have some challenges, particularly when it comes to anything after high school and third grade reading, because we annually report what's not going well. We can look at economic competitiveness and say out loud to policymakers, what are we doing to help increase employment in our most targeted industries? Welcome to San Antonio, y'all. I know you got a little bit of an overview. They tasked me with giving you sort of the ginormous overview of San Antonio and SA 2020 packaged into 11 minutes. Hold, I'm not done yet. We are, y'all, home to the Spurs. And yeah, the rest of y'all don't need to cheer for that. We don't need you. I mean, we do cheer for, we're home to the Spurs, we're home to the Riverwalk, which like crisscrosses all the way through our center city. We are home to David Robinson, which you should know. We're home to people who have a propensity for celebrating a lot. We like our celebrations. We literally shut down our city for parades. The whole city down. We are also home to the best tacos. I don't care what other cities say. Fight me. I mean, don't fight me. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Welcome to the city that understands that we cannot work in silos or with an either-or mentality, that we have to hold multiple thoughts and multiple ideas in our brain at the same time. We are a city of yes and, y'all. You have to say y'all because we're in San Antonio. Now, you don't have to say it right now. It wasn't an audience clap back right then. This is San Antonio, where 66 residents move every single day, where by the year 2040, we will double our population. Where our unemployment rate is under 4%. Where we are a city of artists and history, and over 60% of our community is Latino. Shout out. Yeah. Where we just saw an investment of $57 million into our university downtown to create a data science school. We are number 2 in cybersecurity, only after Washington, D.C., and you don't want us to be ahead of Washington, D.C. We worked to make the things on this map happen, y'all. It wasn't by happenstance. In San Antonio, we said we wanted these things to occur, and we did it together. Remember what I said? Not either or, yes, and we hold 2 things in our brains at the same time. We could hold 50 things in our brains at the same time. This is San Antonio, and this is San Antonio. We are one of the top cities for income segregation. 1 in 6 people live in poverty. 1 in 4 children live in poverty. We are one of the top cities for college-educated millennial growth at the same time that we are the most income-segregated city. Both of those things are happening simultaneously, but in San Antonio, we look at this and say, all right, it's time to double down. If we can make the happy map happen, we can certainly impact the sad map. If both of those things exist and we have a community vision, we can make it occur, yeah? In San Antonio, we are not afraid to say out loud that something's not working. We are also not afraid to say we don't have all the answers. But we envisioned a better future for our city, and we did it together. And so we know we can make the future happen together. Welcome to the future, y'all. Thanks. Thank you.